Here are Grandma's 50 secret borax hacks you wish you knew sooner. Let's get straight into it. 1. Brighten dingy white towels. Instantly. Grandma didn't toss her towels when they got dingy. She brought them back to life with borax. She'd soak them in hot water with half a cup of borax overnight. The borax breaks down minerals, body oils, and detergent residue that cause yellowing. In the morning, she'd run them through a normal wash cycle. They came out looking bright, fresh, and way softer than before. This works wonders on socks, sheets, and even pillowcases. It's a non-bleach way to restore that crisp, white look. And it's completely safe on most fabrics. No more wasting money replacing towels, just do what Grandma did. 2. Deep clean your mattress without harsh chemicals. Grandma didn't trust chemical sprays near her bed. Instead, she'd mix a cup of borax with a few drops of lavender oil. She'd sprinkle it generously over the mattress, let it sit for an hour, then vacuum it up. The borax pulled out moisture, odors, and hidden dust mites. The lavender left behind a soft, calming scent for sleep. No sprays, no stains, just a cleaner, fresher bed the natural way. She'd repeat this every few months to keep the mattress feeling new. It's a trick that costs pennies and works better than most store-bought products. Simple, safe, and smart. Just like Grandma liked it. 3. Eliminate garbage can odors fast. You know that nasty smell when you lift the trash lid? Grandma had a fix. She'd sprinkle borax at the bottom of every bin. The borax absorbed moisture and neutralized bacteria, causing the stink. She'd change it out weekly or whenever she changed the liner. No need for perfume sprays or deodorizer pods. Just plain old borax keeping things clean and fresh. It even helps keep ants and bugs out of the bin. It's the kind of practical trick she swore by for decades. And once you try it, you'll never go back. 4. Make DIY toilet bombs that actually work. Toilet fizzers weren't sold in stores when Grandma was cleaning, so she made her own. She mixed 1 part borax, 1 part baking soda, and a bit of lemon juice to form clumps. She'd press the mixture into ice cube trays and let them dry overnight. Drop 1 into the toilet bowl for fizzing action that removes stains and odors. Let it sit for 10 minutes, scrub lightly, and flush. It's natural, safe for plumbing, and smells great thanks to the lemon. Grandma liked keeping a jar of them under the sink. No harsh bleach needed, just a fizzy bomb of freshness. And they work better than most store-bought cleaners. 5. Restore grimy tile grout to like new. Grout in the kitchen or bathroom always gave Grandma a reason to pull out her borax. She'd make a thick paste using borax and a bit of lemon juice or vinegar. With an old toothbrush, she'd scrub between tiles until the grime disappeared. The natural abrasiveness lifted stains without damaging the tile. Letting it sit for 15 minutes made it even more effective. She'd rinse with warm water and wipe dry for a fresh shine. The result was bright, clean grout without any bleach. It was one of her most trusted deep cleaning secrets. Just borax, a little elbow grease, and beautiful results. 6. Deodorize carpets. Naturally, Grandma never trusted artificial carpet powders filled with chemicals. She'd mix half a cup of borax with half a cup of baking soda and a few drops of lavender oil. Then she'd sprinkle it generously over the rug and let it sit for 30 minutes. The borax absorbed odors deep in the fibers and neutralized bacteria. A quick vacuum afterward left the whole room smelling fresh and clean. It worked wonders on pet smells, damp basement funk, and mystery stains. Plus, it helped deter pests hiding in older carpets. This was her go-to before company came over, subtle and powerful. And it's still cheaper and safer than store-bought carpet deodorizer. 7. Freshen musty closets and drawers. When closets smelled a bit musty, Grandma reached for her borax jar. She'd fill a small mason jar with borax and a few drops of essential oil, poke holes in the lid or use mesh fabric to cover the top. She placed one in each drawer and at the back of the closet shelf. The borax absorbed moisture, stopped mildew, and kept fabrics smelling clean. The scent wasn't overpowering. It was light, natural, and fresh. She changed them every month or so, depending on the season. Her clothes and linens always had that just-washed freshness. No plug-ins needed, just Grandma's smart, scent-free solution. 8. Unclog slow drains without chemicals. Forget harsh drain cleaners. Grandma had a safer solution. She'd pour 1/2 cup of borax down the drain, followed by 2 cups of boiling water. Then she'd let it sit for at least 15 minutes to work its magic. The borax broke down grease, soap scum, and mild clogs. She'd finish with a rinse of hot water, and the drain would flow like new. It was her go-to trick in the kitchen and bathroom alike. Safe for pipes, eco-friendly, and no nasty fumes. It's perfect for homes with pets or kids where safety matters. And unlike some store cleaners, it actually worked long-term. 9. Keep mice away from the pantry. Borax might not kill mice, but it sure helped keep them away. Grandma would mix borax with a few drops of peppermint oil and sprinkle it behind the pantry. The strong scent repelled rodents, while the borax kept insects at bay too. She'd refresh the mix monthly and seal any food in tins or glass jars. It was all about prevention, keeping pests from settling in. She swore by this hack during winter when critters snuck indoors. No traps, no poison, just smart placement and natural deterrents. It kept her dry goods safe and her kitchen pest-free, and she never had to clean up the aftermath of poisons or glue traps. 10. Extend the life of cut flowers. When Grandma got a bouquet, she didn't just drop it in water. She added a pinch of borax to the vase to keep flowers fresh longer. The borax helped fight off the bacteria that made stems rot too fast. Combined with a teaspoon of sugar and a splash of vinegar, it was the perfect mix. The sugar fed the flowers. The vinegar balanced the water, and borax kept things clean. Her arrangement stayed fresh for over a week, even without flower food. It worked on roses, daisies, even grocery store bouquets. This hack saved money and made her table centerpieces last, and it's still one of the best-kept secrets in flower care. 11. Clean mildew from shower curtains. Instead of tossing moldy curtains, Grandma gave them a second life. She'd soak them in warm water with half a cup of borax and half a cup of white vinegar. Let it sit in the tub or bucket for about 30 minutes, then scrub lightly. The borax attacked the mildew, while vinegar loosened stains and odors. Afterward, she'd run them through the gentle cycle with a towel for friction. They came out looking almost brand new. No bleach, no damage. It worked on plastic and fabric curtains alike. She did this every few months to stay ahead of the mold. It saved her money and kept the bathroom looking spotless. 12. Purify the dishwasher between cycles. Even Grandma's dishwasher needed a cleanup now and then. She'd sprinkle half a cup of borax in the bottom before running a hot cycle. No dishes, just borax and heat to break down buildup and odors. The result? A sparkling interior and no lingering smells on future loads. She'd follow up by wiping the gasket and door with vinegar and a cloth. This combo kept everything running smoothly and sanitary. It also helped prevent mineral buildup in hard water areas. Once a month was all it took to keep the appliance fresh. She never needed special machine cleaners, just her trusty borax. 13th Polish stainless steel without streaks. Grandma loved a shiny sink, and borax made it sparkle like new. She'd make a paste of borax and lemon juice and rub it gently onto the steel. Let it sit for 5 minutes, then rinse and buff dry with a soft towel. It lifted water spots, removed fingerprints, and left a streak-free shine. No need for expensive sprays or waxy polishes. It also worked on kettles, pots, and fridge doors. If she had extra lemon rinds, she'd scrub with those too. The combo left a clean look and a fresh scent. It was her favorite finishing touch after deep cleaning the kitchen. 14. DIY soft scrub for tubs and sinks. Forget pricey scrubbing gels. Grandma made her own. She mixed borax with a squirt of dish soap and just enough water to make a paste. This gentle, abrasive cleaned grime from tubs, tiles, and porcelain sinks. It didn't scratch the surface, and it rinsed away clean. She especially liked using it on soap scum and toothpaste splatters. Apply with a sponge, let it sit 5 minutes, then scrub and rinse. It even helped bring back shine to old enamel tubs. She stored it in a small mason jar and made fresh batches as needed. Frugal, effective, and made from what she had on hand. 16. Restore yellowed pillows with a borax soak. When Grandma noticed her pillows turning yellow from sweat or age, she didn't toss them. She made a soaking solution with 1/2 cup borax, 1 cup washing soda, 1 cup detergent, and hot water. She soaked the pillows for a few hours in the bathtub or washing machine drum. After soaking, she ran them through a hot wash cycle and a double rinse. The borax lifted deep-set stains and neutralized trapped odors inside the fill. It worked for both polyester and down pillows without damaging them. The end result was a fluffier, cleaner, and much whiter pillow. She'd air dry them in the sun for extra freshness and sanitization. This method extended the life of her bedding and saved money over time. 17. Deodorize your vacuum cleaner bag. A stinky vacuum was one thing Grandma never tolerated. She sprinkled a tablespoon of borax directly into the vacuum bag or canister. As she cleaned, the borax absorbed odors and gently freshened the air. It also killed any moisture-loving microbes growing inside the bag. This was especially helpful after vacuuming up pet hair or damp messes. She repeated this every time she emptied the bag to keep things smelling neutral. If she wanted a fragrance boost, she added a drop of lavender or citrus oil to the borax. It kept the vacuum from spreading odors back into the house. Simple, cheap, and effective, just how she liked it. 18. Remove mildew from outdoor cushions. Outdoor furniture. 19. Clear cloudy glassware with ease. Nothing annoyed Grandma more than filmy glasses after the dishwasher ran. She'd soak the cloudy glassware in a sink of warm water and 2 tablespoons of borax. After 15 minutes, she'd scrub lightly with a soft sponge and rinse with hot water. The borax dissolved hard water deposits and left the glass sparkling. No vinegar smell, no chalky residue, just clarity like new. She even used this trick for vases, pitchers, and decorative jars. If the stains were extra tough, she'd add a drop of lemon juice. She always air-dried the glass upside down to avoid new spots forming. It's a perfect trick for anyone in hard water areas on a budget. 20. Kill weeds in driveway cracks. Grandma had a tidy yard, and she didn't need store-bought weed killer. She mixed borax with water, about 10 ounces of borax per 2.5 gallons, and poured it along sidewalk cracks. The borax disrupted plant cell functions, killing weeds down to the root. It worked especially well on gravel paths, driveway edges, and patio seams. She was careful not to use it near flowers or vegetables. It's strong stuff. Just one treatment lasted weeks, and it didn't smell like vinegar or bleach. She'd reapply it once a month during the growing season. It was her secret to a weed-free, manicured look without lifting a hoe. Safe, effective, and far cheaper than store-brand sprays. 21. Brighten and whiten dingy dish towels. Over time, Grandma's kitchen towels would lose their sparkle. Rather than tossing them, she'd soak them overnight in a bucket of hot water with half a cup borax. By morning, the stains and dullness were loosened up and ready for a hot wash. The borax worked deep into the fibers to lift grease, tea stains, and old food marks. She'd toss them in the washer with her regular detergent and an extra rinse cycle. The towels came out brighter, softer, and smelling clean without artificial fragrance. No bleach, no harsh chemicals, just good old-fashioned cleaning. She said her towels felt like new without feeling new. This saved her from constantly replacing them and kept her kitchen always company ready. 22nd. Boost homemade laundry detergent. When money was tight, Grandma made her own powdered laundry detergent. She mixed grated bar soap, washing soda, and a generous scoop of borax. The borax boosted cleaning power and helped soften hard water naturally. It cut through body oils, dirt, and food stains with ease, especially on work clothes. She'd store it in a glass jar under the sink with a scoop inside for easy use. Just 1 to 2 tablespoons per load worked like a charm, even in cold water. It didn't foam up like commercial stuff, but it cleaned deep and rinsed clear. Her clothes never felt stiff, and they came out fresh every time. It was one of her proudest DIY money-saving hacks that truly worked. 23rd. Clean greasy kitchen cabinets. Grease buildup on kitchen cabinets happens slowly, until one day, it's obvious. Grandma made a borax cleaning paste with 1 part borax, 1 part baking soda, and a little water. She used a sponge to gently scrub the grime from cabinet doors, handles, and corners. The borax cut through the oily film without damaging the wood finish. After wiping everything down with a damp cloth, the surfaces felt smooth and clean. She followed up with a bit of olive oil on a rag to polish and protect the wood. It was a low-cost, effective way to refresh the whole kitchen. She repeated it every couple months to keep grease from building up again. No expensive degreasers, just a humble mixture that worked like magic. 24. Banish musty basement smells. Basements are notorious for smelling damp and stale, especially in older homes. Grandma placed open bowls of borax in corners and near windows to absorb moisture and odor. She'd change them every month and stir the powder weekly to refresh its effect. The borax acted like a natural dehumidifier, drawing in excess air moisture. It also neutralized mildew smells without releasing any fake scent. She sometimes added a few cloves or citrus peels to the bowl for a gentle fragrance. Her cellar, though decades old, always smelled clean and dry. She even taught the neighbors how to do it when theirs started smelling funky. All thanks to a single ingredient that never got the credit it deserved. 25. Clean and disinfect toilet bowls. Grandma didn't trust those blue toilet tabs, and she never needed them. Once a week, she'd sprinkle a 1/4 cup of borax directly into the toilet bowl at night. By morning, she'd scrub it with a brush and flush. The bowl gleamed like porcelain. The borax dissolved stains, killed bacteria, and neutralized odors without bleach. She used this method because it was safe, scent-free, and didn't erode the bowl's glaze. It also helped prevent mineral rings around the water line. Sometimes she added a splash of vinegar for extra fizz and power. Her bathrooms always smelled fresh and looked spotless without fancy cleaners. Another timeless hack that proves simple is often best. 26. Refresh smelly trash cans. Trash cans, especially the kitchen one, can hold on to some nasty odors. Grandma handled this by sprinkling a layer of borax at the bottom of the bin before adding a new bag. The borax absorbed moisture and neutralized smells from leaky containers or scraps. It also acted as a natural pest repellent, keeping flies and ants from snooping around. If the can needed a deeper clean, she'd scrub it with a mixture of borax and hot water. The combo lifted sticky gunk and left a fresh, neutral scent without perfume. This method worked just as well on outdoor bins and diaper pails. Once a week was all it took to keep things fresh and bug-free. Cheap, easy, and more effective than store-bought deodorizer discs. 27th. Deodorize and clean pet beds. Grandma loved her dogs, but she didn't love the smell they left behind. She sprinkled borax over their bedding and let it sit for 30 minutes before vacuuming. It absorbed odors trapped in the fabric and padding without adding artificial fragrance. Every few weeks, she'd wash the bed covers with a scoop of borax added to the detergent. This not only freshened them up, but helped disinfect and remove stubborn stains. It worked great on wet dog smell, accidents, and tracked-in dirt. The result was a clean bed and a happy pet with no skin irritation. She used this hack for years, and it always kept her house smelling fresh. A simple fix that kept both home and pets healthy. 29. Neutralize litter box odor. The cat's litter box was never allowed to smell up Grandma's house. She added 2 tablespoons of borax to the bottom of the litter pan before pouring in fresh litter. The borax absorbed moisture and neutralized odor from the very first use. She stirred the litter daily to keep the borax evenly distributed. Every few weeks, she'd dump the whole thing and scrub the pan with borax paste and hot water. It prevented that sour smell and kept her cat from avoiding the box. It also discouraged bacterial growth and made the litter last longer. Grandma's house never smelled like pets, even with a cat lounging on every chair. That's the power of a little white powder in the right place. 30. Clean grill grates with borax paste. After a family cookout, Grandma didn't leave the grill coated in crust. She made a thick paste with borax and water and smeared it over the grates. After letting it sit for 15 to 20 minutes, she scrubbed with a wire brush and rinsed well. The borax loosened grease, burned on food and carbon without harsh fumes. Once rinsed and dried, the grates looked nearly new and were ready for next time. She reminded us to re-oil the grates lightly afterward to prevent sticking. This worked on charcoal, propane, and even indoor stovetop grills. No fancy degreasers or grill sprays, just borax and elbow grease. It became a ritual after every summer gathering. That was Grandma's secret borax hacks you wish you knew sooner. If you found even one helpful, hit that subscribe button for more timeless tricks.